The Great Space Coaster. Get on board. The Great Space Coaster. Yeah, that was the name of the show. The Great Space Coaster.
Was Gary Gnu?
Well, Gary Gnu was one of the little. He was the news segment inside the Great Space Coaster, which was, believe it or not, it was actually one of my childhood favorite shows. I loved it.
Not to be confused with Magic School Bus.
No, that's weird stuff that things happen in there. And what's going on, everybody? Listen, I'm gonna go into it like this. I know that we left you because the whole, Great Space Coaster was well before your time. We're gonna incorporate you real quick.
I used to watch the Space Coaster.
No way, not Space Ghost. Space Coaster.
Oh.
Get on board. It's the Great Space Coaster. Here we go.
Like a weird Muppet thing.
No, nothing. No. Okay. Well, this right here, oblivious to one of the greatest children's shows of all time. Right here, this one. This is Seamus Tolle.
I never watched children's shows. I watched war documentaries.
I don't even think he was a child. I think it's like some like weird, military project. Like the Universal Soldier Program. That's it.
He was
I think he died in Vietnam or something like that. Did you die in Vietnam and they just brought you back?
He was one of the projects we were working on in Hangar 18.
And speaking of which, he finally admits it.
What'd you tell him for?
He finally admits it. This is the guy right here, Mr. Hangar 18 himself, deep covert ops CIA guy, aliens galore, Mike the Man Striegel.
What's up? And Muppet Show was better.
Now you got to give him an alias because he's going into witness protection program.
I was almost saying Mike Tyson for some odd reason.
No.
But not
you can't pull that off.
No, I can't pull it up.
I'll do the Swedish Chef. It'll be all right.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Mike Tyson. How you doing? Hey, But yours truly, I am Dunkan Echevarria, your Cigar Consigliere, with, of course, a disclaimer. Remember, everybody, if you are just watching this, you're not catching on to the fact that it's entertainment, laughing, and having a good time, then you're not watching the right stuff. Get elsewhere. We have an in-house special guest who is behind cameras, the way better half of a crazy over here, Miss Alicia Williams, better known as Alley Cat. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Good.
How's everything?
It's good.
Work?
It's okay.
Sucking balls, in a positive. She's under
not be sucking balls at work.
Well, no. I meant that in the PG-rated show format, not that it's horrible.
There's no PG show that says sucking balls.
Yes.
There is not.
No, there is.
This one.
When you watch the children's show in which they Builder Bob, he's got the shop back. And he's chasing all the little marbles, so he is sucking up balls. So Builder Bob is.
You mean Bob the Builder?
That one too. Him. Yeah, they're third.
That's his cousin.
They're third cousins or something like that. So they're doing that. They do that in that show. They really do.
You telling me that Bob the Builder sucks balls?
With his shop back. with his shop back. Yeah, exactly. That's
going to get hold of a bowling ball.
And he demonstrates the strength of that shop back. He's like,
but is it a low shop back or a different one?
I have no idea where we're going with this anymore. So I'm going to just change gears real quick. Thank you. Look, Carrie behind is watching.
I mean, if we drive it off into the weeds immediately, then the only way we can go is up.
There could be a cliff on the other side of the weeds.
I just don't even know where I'm going to go with this, guys.
And it all depends on who's driving.
Lord bless. Let's see if I can find us.
Shit, put your seatbelts on.
This is an indication of where we're headed. What's going on, Kelvin Bratcher? How you doing, man? One of the five-man team of Still Moonshine. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that everything is fantastic. Are you local? Are you back in town? Are you still in California? Whichever way, be careful and stay safe, my brother. Always, always. Bear with me for a second, everybody.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to navigate to the show
up, Scotty,
so I don't miss out on anybody, man. I want to make sure that we get everybody's comments and stuff like that. There we go. Let me do this right there. And because
you forgot the 7 P's this morning, didn't you?
No, I didn't forget any of that. I actually had split pea soup earlier today.
Anyway,
I peed before we got here.
Yeah, he did. He peed before he got here. Let me see. And Steven Schufeld's also watching. Thank you very much, everybody. I mean, I appreciate you guys being on board. Is that a kerchief you're wearing? No, actually, I haven't even taken this bloody thing off. I was around town today, so I did have a. I'm cold, man. I've been here for 10 years. I still have not acclimatized properly to anything.
Florida thing.
It is a Florida thing, dude. So
Yeah, I'm from Florida.
Most people from
You just
Florida
gotta
get
out
cold
there. Like,
if it gets below
go out
40
there,
degrees.
T-shirt.
Got thin blood.
just in a t-shirt would not really work for me. I mean,
You'll get there though.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I will. Jail, I believe.
Wear a banana hammock.
Banana hammock and a t-shirt.
I
Yeah.
mean, like throw some shorts on.
Shorts
Hey,
on.
wait a minute, you're in Statesville, so you don't have to see anything.
Yeah, let me tell you. I don't know. So, hey, you know, I was actually watching today with Jonathan this thing called 10 most crime-ridden areas in North Carolina.
We're number 5.
No, we didn't make it, thank God. Actually,
Really?
number 5 is Salisbury.
Imagine that.
It's, dude, I mean, the stuff this guy was going through, the statistics, I am,
Where did Charlotte rank?
it didn't.
Surprisingly.
Because, well, they look at,
Somebody's
The
lying about
demographics.
something
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
well, they're looking at the demographics of poverty as opposed to population size against the crime rate in those locations.
What year was this study done?
Again, it was just something that we watched on YouTube. It was just this random thing. It was, I
So
thought it
it
was,
could have been like 5 years ago.
who knows? Yes, sir.
Prisons are an industrial complex, and they suck.
Don't ever be caught in one, and
Yeah.
and don't share a bunk. Those are the only 2 tips I got. You know, beyond
Lie
that,
on your back.
there you're right.
And they're getting rid of all the private prisons now.
So, I have no idea what he just said. Sorry, really bad something or other. Oh, really bad static. Is the static really, really bad?
Probably.
Lord. Well, I don't know. I mean, again, this.
How is it now?
Static on whose end?
I think it's. I hope. Well, guys, let us know if you guys are having a problem with the mic sounds really bad. So that's another person. They said that. So, oh Lord. Let's see if we can.
Is the plug in there?
Actually, let me see. I think because let's get a little bit better.
Shift that over to his side because I've got this one.
Well, yeah. Let's see real quick. We're gonna continue going. Let's see if that helps it a little bit.
Musical ashtrays here.
Yeah, we're playing musical ashtrays. It stopped. So I think it was because I ran the cable underneath this big ashtray. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize.
Oh, next, you know, we'll just drill a hole in the table and run underneath the table.
Yeah, no, I like the table.
Are you sure?
No, no
Big
hole,
hole in the
no
table.
no hole in
Oh,
the table.
I've got a 6-inch, course.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
That'll just take care of it.
Uh,
You think you do? Yeah, he says he's got a 6-inch. Yeah, he's dreaming that stuff again. Anyway,
Subway.
yeah, Subway 6-inch. That's what he's got.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I've got that
Keep the microphone away from it. Okay, there we go. Mike is now officially away. Not you, Mike. This Mike.
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been kicked out of better places.
No. You're a good kid, Mike. You're a good kid. Listen, guys. I hope we fixed it. Let us know if that sounds better. I hope we fixed it. I apologize about that. Man, I need to just eventually get a nice, the setup with the mics that come like right here. That
We just have some random dude off in the corner with a boom over here.
There was that idea, and
well, the only problem with that is they probably, we'd probably piss them off and start smacking us in the head with it.
no, there's 3 of us. I'm sure we could handle that. So,
Last mistake he ever made.
yeah, that would definitely not be a good mistake for him at all, or whoever it is. Did we scare Allie off? Did we scare her
No,
off?
she said she was going to go outside and check it.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. So we got our in-house person checking it.
I mean, you with your Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, I like your skin.
I love your skin. Your skin is beautiful. Anyways, yeah, don't do that. Look, man, I haven't even lit my damn cigar. Allie, it's better now. It's better now. So, guys, we are.
The ashtray was probably causing it.
Hey there.
Yeah, I think so. Hey there, how you doing? No, I mean, I'm just reiterating what you said. What the hey
Yeah,
there.
you want this burning?
I don't need an echo, but
Listen, thank you, Ali. I appreciate that a lot. So, guys, we're smoking a little bit of the Doña NOLI Premium House Blend and the Natural Robusto. True story. Been smoking this since yesterday. I was working last night. I don't know, doing my resume and all this other stuff, and I just got into it, and I left it, and I said, "Oh my God, look, my cigar's still there."
so that brings up an interesting point because I never liked to smoke a cigar the next day.
I have. It's not bad.
Why?
I just always felt like I got a really heavy, like burned taste.
Well, it also depends on what you do with it, because you could, if you're
I
done
would
with
sit
you
it
can-
and let it go out. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right, but I
stamp
mean-
it out. But
what you could do is go about an inch back, cut it off, and that should get rid of that ash taste.
You could definitely. I mean, that's always what I
But I've
recommend.
also left it and just did like you did.
I literally sometimes, like Mike said, I mean, I look at it like this, guys. You know, at the end of the day, I go back on the adage, man, it's your money, it's your cigar. Smoke it however the hell you want to. Nobody can tell you what the best way to do it is. The best way is however you want to do it. You know what? If you
smoke
want
it all
to,
in one hit.
yeah, I mean, if you want to cut it back,
If you can
you know,
inhale all at one time,
Gone.
go for it.
there you go. Así era, Val. Muy buenas tardes, actually, muy buenas noches aquí desde Carolina del Norte. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Thank you for being with us. Así era. We always appreciate you from Spain, the main man himself. Saludos, saludos, saludos. Let me see if I can make that. Oh, that's way better now. That's way better. Now, by the way, that was Allie, of course, just doing it, you know, apparently, you know.
So I finally got
Gracias, mi
Mike's-
hermano.
I finally got Mike's birthday present to him. The
Nice.
cigar case that I painted
Yeah.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
After when was his birthday? It was before Christmas.
No,
Yeah.
his birthday is in January.
Is it in January?
Yeah, January
Is that
11th.
about Matthews?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mike Matthews, better known as Big Mike. Big Mike, that's
This
your
is
title.
January 11th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
So you got him the case, you finished it,
Yeah.
and you got to do.
Yeah.
What were his thoughts? Did he teary eye and stuff like that?
No, he
Oh,
didn't get teary-eyed. He liked it. He thought it was really cool. But I gave him a couple of the house blends in there with him. We smoked one, hung out in the shop a little bit.
Then he got teary eyed.
No.
Is there any part of that story where he gets teary eyed and he's like,
Why-
"Oh my
what-
god"?
what- do you want him to get to?
Well, you know, it's like, you know, they always say like these big, huge, muscle-bound dudes are very emotional. I can almost imagine him like, "Oh my god, this is awesome," and then he like breaks down and just tears and
What
it's just,
planet are you from?
No, you know, I'm telling you, it's just
Planet Miami.
Miami,
Yeah.
Florida, planet
That's true.
Florida. And listen, man from Florida, when that story begins like that, it's either him or me that they're talking about usually.
Or it happened in Florida.
Or it happened in Florida. It happened in Florida. Guys, it's Wednesday, middle of the week. We're almost there. Are you working tomorrow?
Yes.
You are. You said you're doing some fun stuff from work, or you're not.
No, I've got to go to work tomorrow, but
Okay,
I
but
really
soon
don't have
there-
much to do.
So you're gonna just do what you need to do.
Yes.
Gotcha, my main man. You know, I would, never sell you out. Never. The fact
That's
you're
a
gonna,
first.
the fact that you're gonna be cleaning guns while working, that's not sellout. So
Like I said, that's a first.
what? You Wednesday, tomorrow, you still facing 2 more days of hard work ahead of you, or
Yes, I am.
yeah, man, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
I just got a message from Tow Truck saying, "Dude, the mic sounds horrible."
Tell Tow Truck, dude, I know.
Yeah.
We're
I just sent
We
him a
fixed it.
message back. I was like, "Is it better?" Let's see.
We
what it
fixed
says.
it.
we're
Yeah.
working
He
on
says,
it.
yeah.
Estamos trabajando. We're working on this. Let me
Don't
see.
put the ashtray on it anymore.
Kathy Allison, Howard Stokes, Barry Bones, Kelvin. Everybody's watching, man. Dude, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. I am sorry that the mic was a little bit staticky. We had the cord. I had the cord, not we. I had the cord
No,
underneath the big heavy ashtray.
He's got a
So
mouse in his pocket.
yeah,
maybe it's a
Um,
good thing considering what we were saying before.
thank God, possibly.
Coming in broken and unreadable.
Yeah, there you go. What were you saying? I don't know, but at some point, something
Just
about
just skip the first like 10 seconds.
You'll be
Shop,
fine.
shop vacuums. That's all we're discussing shop vacuums from 10 to 2 Man Taylor days. There you go.
I thought it was Bob the Builder.
Well, third cousins, Builder Bob,
Tim Taylor, it's Tim Allen, but Tim Allen has a hilarious stand-up from probably like the early 90s.
I think it's
late
from the
90s.
same days that he was doing that.
Yeah. It's Tim Allen Rewires America. If you haven't seen it,
That's exactly around that. Yeah.
if you haven't seen it, go YouTube it after the show. Don't leave.
Yeah.
But-
Don't leave right now,
Yeah,
please.
wait.
Whatever.
We need
Just
you.
don't do that right now.
Christopher Titus is another good one.
Yeah.
Titus. He was like big in the college campus days.
Yeah, but he also had his show. Titus was freaking hilarious.
There's a guy that he does.
That's why they canceled him.
It's called Tosh 2.0, but he was a little
Yeah.
stupid-ish.
Yeah, he used
I
to do
listened to some of his stuff, but it was just a little stupid-ish.
Yeah, but he actually had a show where he'd show like a fail type show.
Internet clips. Yeah.
Yeah, internet clips, which is
but
kind of cool.
It was Tosh 2.0, and
I mean, I like
it was
that
on-
show.
It was on MTV for a while and then disappeared. I don't know what
I like
happened.
that show. I listened to his comedy routine, and I thought his comedy routine really was horrible.
I think it's a young crowd kind of.
It's a stupid crowd. I listened to it and I was like, anyways. But if you like,
But then again,
Tosh.
my favorite.
I
Is,
love stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
My favorite is George Carlin.
Yeah.
can't go wrong with little George Carlin.
No.
Gentlemen, this Wednesday, as a matter of fact, I was just talking. I got a little bit of a fun thing that I want to advertise today. Of course.
Is it your OnlyFans again?
Yes, only. Hola, Mili, ¿cómo estás, mi amor? Todo lo mejor para ti. Thank you very much for watching. Muchas gracias por estar mirando. One is, I gave you guys some soaps. They were gifts. Steve Fox, our good friend, gave me a few, and I said, well, you know what? Want to share, not because you guys stink, but you guys are my buds.
Yeah, I think he's trying to really tell.
And I wanted to share. So, but we're also working on. It's okay. It's the ghost. No, it's Jonathan. We're also doing a little bit of a project.
You have the drill back up there?
I got no drill. I got some soaps. I'm gonna be doing some soaps, handmade, everything organic products, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna, get into this probably within the next 4 or 5 weeks, a little bit more in depth. What goes into this process. I'm gonna do some video clips, some fun things.
You been watching Fight Club again?
I've never done that, No.
No.
I mean, I've never done anything related, soaps. But years ago in Cuba, believe it or not, one of the ways that my dad found a way to make some money, because in Cuba everything is really, really crazy, is they made soap, in Cuba from lye and pig fat and all kinds of different things. And so the long story short, it was like a black market thing. So they made these really, really nice soaps, and they would go to Havana, the major capital, and sell the stuff there. So it's just weird that, Jesus, like almost 40, 50 years later,
It's come full circle.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I in my life, I've never thought I'd do that, but I thought it was kind of like a neat product. It's sold at the Amish market. The Amish are pretty much sticklers for good quality stuff. Everything's got to be organic. There are no, what they call suspension liquids, like nothing alcohol.
Yeah.
There's no alcohol based anything in there.
The other place you could say to sell it is the I-40 flea market on Saturday and Sundays.
I am not doing.
They've moved.
I don't
over to
sell
Mountain Road.
any of that. I'm trying to get involved with the people who actually manufacture it.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to see if I can pick some nice aromas that I think guys would appreciate for themselves, and that the ladies that they're with would appreciate on them.
Burn motor oil.
No, but there is that. There is that.
Gunpowder.
It's not a bad smell.
A little burn motor oil never hurt anybody.
How about
soap that smells like race fuel?
gunpowder?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just shot off bullet smell. Burn.
Gunpowder.
So we may not be doing that, but we'll have some nice eucalyptus, and you may some mint and some lavender, some lemon, and some some good stuff. So also,
Great, so you can walk around smelling like a Christmas tree.
no, that's pine. We're not doing pine. Thank God for that. I don't understand all that craziness. But the neat thing is, for those who are beard growers, much like myself, and yes, you can see your full beard is in full effect over here.
You got something going on over there?
You remind me of that Jamie, the Jamie commercial from Progressive, that he's talking about his full mane of beard. They're like, Jamie, do you even know what a beard is? so you're that guy right now.
Yeah.
But the idea is that these products, due to the fact that they do not have an alcoholic suspension, they don't dry out your face. They don't dry out your beard. So I've been using them, and it really nice. It's got I don't know much, but like I said, I'll get a little bit more in detail.
Your mane is coming in very nice.
It's shea butter, which I hear is really good. Jojoba oil, coconut oil. There's a lot of organic stuff that these folks work with that are meant to soften the hair follicle and protect it. So I also suffer, and I said that on Wednesday, a little bit of dry scalp. Well, instead of using the shampoo, what I've been doing, because I don't have a lot of hair. I mean, that's a given. I mean, you guys look at the shines there. I do actually just use the soap, and the soap works really, really well. What the heck happened?
You got a funny soap story.
Okay. Did you drop it and?
No.
Okay. Just I didn't know where that was gonna go. I was like,
many
what?
moons ago, when I was married, my ex-wife thought it would be fun for her to make soap.
Right.
I didn't know this.
It's a fun hobby.
For whatever reason, she decided to put it in the freezer.
Ah, wow. Okay, then. The soap.
Again, didn't tell me. She was a fan of white chocolate. And I see this
bar.
This square. And I'm telling you,
I see where this is going.
it looked just like a Hershey bar
White
without
chocolate.
the Hershey print on
Yeah.
it, right? And I go and I take a bite of it immediately. What the?
What
is
kind
this?
of chocolate is this?
And then it hit me. I was like,
So,
she made soap.
yeah. Bless your heart wherever you're at. And if you trip and fall
No.
3 times on a pickaxe,
I'm gonna laugh.
accidents happen.
I mean,
Nice
maybe
things
she was
happen.
trying to wash him out, get you to wash your mouth out.
Yeah, this foul smoking guy, No.
This is the same woman that poisoned me.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Well, she didn't poison me. She put.
But
stuff in my
she
food.
did that in a nice, loving way.
Yeah.
She said, "Let's see what happens."
She didn't poison me. She drugged me.
There you go. A little drugging never hurt anybody. A lot of drugging, that's different. But a little drugging never hurt
She
anybody.
was psycho.
So, but you know what? As much fun as this topic of substance, which is fine, it's cool. And there's gonna be more information. As
Days of our lives. The
you know.
Three Maduros.
the big news is, we had Oscar Rodriguez from GTO a few weeks back, and we had a great show. Last Wednesday, we had Dr. Gabby Caffey, and that also was a great
Yes,
show.
it was.
Well, I got us another one. In the words of DJ Khaled, another one.
Who's that?
DJ Khaled or who's going to be on the show? Never mind.
Yes.
Exactly.
Go leave right now, both of you. I can't take these guys today. It's okay. It's going to be... All right, so
yeah,
DJ Khaled, some major mogul rapper guy, whatever, and who's gonna be on the show next time around? That's the better one right there. Give me a second, everybody. I'm about to put her on the screen right now. Wonderful individual, great guy. He is not just a cigar industry person. Right here, I'm about to bring it up for everybody to see. That is Mr. Robert Wright of Pura Soul Cigars.
All right.
He's going to be with us. 30 years in the industry. 30
Nice.
years in the industry. Definitely, he's got center stage right now with us. I'm going to just leave the picture on. Robert Wright will be on next Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7, along with, and again, actually, his business partner, Bugsy Siegel. Not Bugsy Siegel.
Are we getting whacked?
No, I asked. I had to make sure. So
I mean, we can return fire if they need to.
it's not gonna be pretty, but I'm sure we can survive it. We are gonna be getting some cigars for us to smoke with them. They're gonna tell us a little bit about who they are, what they do. But
I've never heard of that brand. Cigar.
Pura Sol actually is what's considered a regional brand, so it's like predominantly well known where they're more popular.
Which is where?
I want to say they're in New York, Jersey kind of area.
A Northern Cigar Company.
Yeah, actually, there's a few of them up there.
Oh.
Santiago Cigars also is based out of New York City as well. They are boutique, but very regional. So, like, a lot of times
They're gonna do a lot of export outside of the state.
they'll have clients because through the years of doing business, they branched out. Believe it or not, actually, as a matter of fact, by many standards, GTO Cigars is considered a southeastern regional cigar. I mean, even though he's on the West Coast, but it's predominantly a heavier, well-known cigar. So Pura Sol, it's also fairly new, but the trajectory is interesting about Robert Wright. He's been in the industry for 30 years. He worked for companies like Davidoff, Camacho. He also worked for Swisher International, which is the parent company to Drew Estate. So he's been at it for 30 years. He's a really good
Nice.
guy.
Awesome.
Very, very excited about that. And I'm going to show you guys also, if I can bring it up, a picture of what the cigars are. At least, the packaging looks very, very nice. Very,
Now,
very
can we
well
get those
done.
here, or is it? Kinda...
Yeah, no, not a problem. We are going to be basically doing a nice event or let's say interview driven deal, a special deal
Okay.
that you'll be able to get only through Doña NOLI Cigars and Los Tres Maduros. So very, very super excited about that. So again, that's sort of the packaging. As you can tell, he is a musician. He's a saxophone player. 40 years as a musician, pretty much most of his life.
Isn't Queenie's cousin or brother?
Oh, that's
Queenie?
Ron. Ron, he is battery drummer. Great drummer. He's also a band conductor and a teacher, music teacher down in South Charlotte. So again, it's amazing how you got these guys who have passions for music and cigars. But Robert Wright, I'm looking forward to it. I am a fan of jazz, easy listening blues, that kind of like lounge atmosphere music. He's played in concert halls, in orchestras, mean, really, really a man that's, in my opinion, a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
You know, so that's pretty doggone
Awesome.
cool. That's next Wednesday, everybody. I'm super stoked about that. I think it's going to be a really great interview. Two good guys. One, I believe, handles the distribution, which is Mr. Bugsy Siegel, and of course, the other one is the brand owner, Robert Wright. We're going to be smoking their Maduro. They have two classic blends. They got the Maduro and they got their natural Nicaraguan product. I'm very excited to try it out and see how that Maduro, you know, just really smokes. So I'm looking forward to that, man.
It should be
It's
good.
going to be exciting as well. And one of the things that actually that Bugsy did, which I really knew that they're professional. I mean, and very seldomly, unless I know, like for example, I know Kathy, I know Oscar, and we have each other's information. But very seldomly do I hear someone saying, "Hey, man, do you have your tobacco license? Are you a licensed, you know, tobacconist in that state?" Because this is for a show. But they also follow me and they know that I am involved within the industry and that I am a tobacconist and that I do have a shop. So when he did that, I thought that was very professional, very on point. Like they want to deal with someone who's, you know, doing it the right way, you know, established and doing it the right way.
So there's a tobacconist license, sort of like a boxing license?
No. A tobacco license. So in the state of North Carolina,
Kind of like a liquor license.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Scott, what's going on? And Rosy, ¿cómo tú estás, Rosy? ¿Qué se cuenta? Todo lo mejor para ti. So in North Carolina, once you apply for your tobacco license, it's called a continuing tobacco license. It has no expiration. So once you get it, it doesn't necessarily expire. So that just it doesn't. What you need to do is your resale license, your resale certificate. You've got to apply every year, and also, for example, your business. You need to every year, you know, make sure that you resubmit the application so that you're a business in good standing. So again, a couple of different things that you need to do. But your tobacco license, once you apply for it, it's for the life of however long you use it. You know, so it's a continuing tobacco license. In some states that you don't need it to sell tobacco products. Go figure. In some states you do. I think a lot of it.
North Carolina is one of the ones that you do.
Yeah, and I think it's also because some states do not have a tobacco tax, so there is no need to have a license. You can just do as you will. I think all you got to do is just have a resale license. You know,
Florida is probably one of those ones that doesn't have a tobacco tax.
I don't think you need that down there. I know for a fact also in Florida that you mentioned liquor license. In Florida, the only way you can get a liquor license is either through the lottery. You know, you got to put your hat in it, apply, and then if you're lucky, you get one, or you have to buy an existing license. Like
they're not giving any more out.
Right. Let's say that you own a cigar bar, you know, or it belongs to your dad or whatever, and you're done with it. You don't want to keep it anymore.
Closing the bar.
You could sell that name and that license associated with that. To somebody who wants to buy it. Now, I was witness to one that sold for $2 million.
Well then.
But that was purchased by, you know, a guy who obviously knew what his investment was going to return on him. Interesting enough, it was a beautiful cabaret, cigar bar, the whole thing in the heart of the little Havana district, you know, very touristy.
Right. Yep.
So he knew that, you know, $2 million in sales alone would be, you know, chump change in the foreseeable future because it had a 20-year outstanding time frame on it. He was going to make his money back.
Oh yeah,
10 times over on that. So, but you know,
especially in that part of the
different states is at different things. I'm assuming. So, again, it's going to be an exciting. It's going to be an exciting day.
Maryland has you have to have a liquor license and all that stuff too.
Let's see, who do we have here? Is this is this John? Come on, upload the overlay. I have no idea. Oh no, I don't need to do that.
Did you screw something up now?
I think I did. There it is. Well, it's John Lovell. What's going on, John? Great American hero right there. Thank you very much for watching. We truly, truly appreciate that, my man. Let me go ahead and just see if I can get rid of that stupid thing. I guess that was that. Okay, good. There we go. Gary Duncan, what's happening? Another member of the team of Steel Moon Moonshines. Kelvin Bratcher, Gary Duncan, fantastic individuals. Steel Moon Moonshine. As far as legal moonshine goes, top of the line, man. Really, really good stuff. Cannot go wrong with that.
Yeah, when they had they did a show at your
Mhm.
old store.
I'll tell you what, delicious stuff, man.
Oh, it was great.
Really, really delicious stuff. Guys, what's going on in y'all's world? I mean, you're out and about. Anything crazy you've seen out there? I mean, I've been driving. I've done a couple of deliveries this week. I did one, which I got a fun story for you when you're done, and I need you guys to chime in on this one.
Yeah, coming home today from work, there's a street that runs behind my shop that it's just quicker to get to the highway. But it runs through little neighborhood. For those of you that don't know what an apex is, if you have a corner,
Predator?
no.
No, okay, I'm just saying.
If you have a corner,
I didn't know that.
an apex is you come from the outside of
I
the corner.
consider you an apex
Apex-
predator.
Apex is the center of the corner.
Okay, but I don't understand all of that, historical, stuff you bring up, but I'm just saying apex predator. I saw the History Channel, sharks. I could swear that you reminded me of one of them sharks. But I could continue. I get Chris Bowlby from Canada. My main man, what's going on? Continue. Apex predator.
So
you're arriving at the corner.
if you have
You hung
a
a
corner,
left.
you come from the outside.
Why does Allie have a gun on her lap? Has anybody noticed that? Allie's got a gun. Actually, isn't that the name of a song? Allie's got a gun.
It's no.
Janie's got
Janie.
it.
Janie's got a Janie's third cousin. So Allie's got a gun. I don't know.
Allie doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Allie's got a no.
She doesn't.
Allie's got no guns on her or anything. Continue, apex predator. My bad. I apologize.
Damn it, something.
I just
Anyway.
looked over there and I'm like, what the hell?
An apex, you come from the outside, you cut across the inside as close to the inside as you can, and you go back to the outside. It's just a smoother way to take a corner.
It straightens out the corner.
So, this guy on a sport bike, it's like a Yamaha R1 or something like that, is hauling ass through this development, apexing corners, right? And I come around, I can see him, but he can't see me yet. I can see him through the trees. And he is completely in my lane. I mean, my truck, he's aimed dead center at my truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I had slowed down almost to a stop because I saw him coming. And I looked at him and I just waved my finger through the window like, no, don't do that.
Otherwise, you become a hood ornament.
Yeah, don't do that because that's when people get hurt. Don't do that. Let me see. I'm gonna about to post this real quick here. Still Moon Moonshine. That one is for you, John. And also, if you Google it, if you look them up, they are really a fantastic shine. By the way, as a matter of fact, the classic flavor apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, the one that they produce is an absolutely delicious apple pie version that is
Yeah, they do a
sublime.
very good job of it.
Sublime.
A really good job of it.
So let me ask you guys a fun question. This is
boy.
it's a fun question. It's a fun question.
All right, what landmine are we about to step on?
There might be one. It's funny. I was actually talking to my cousin Big John, and I said the same thing to him, and he started laughing. He goes, "You're an idiot." So
Not a chance. But
Michael Carter, what's going on? What's happening, Michael? Thank you very much, my man. So I love anybody who serves. I respect anybody who puts the uniform on and say, I'm going to do this. But what are your thoughts? Active duty versus, and I know you're reserved right now, but active duty versus like National Guardsmen. How do you view them differently? Do you see them as like, well, one is a little bit on the loopy side, the other one, I mean, I don't know. I'm going somewhere with this, but I know you've done both. You've been active, and now you're a reservist. I was active. I'm not anymore. Years ago, you come from family that was very heavily active. So do you guys ever look at some of the interesting stooges that are sent for like the National Guard as opposed to the real, guys who know their shit? I'm like, I've been watching the news lately. Some of the National Guardsmen that were over there in the DC area, God bless you guys. Thank you. But some of them just like, man, stop going to McDonald's or do you know even what you're doing with what you got, man? It's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. It's been all over the news, the pictures. I mean, I had to.
The Reservosaurus Rex, yes.
Yes.
Reservosaurus Rex.
So
Yeah.
there is a difference.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Listen, it's not a negative thing to anybody. It really isn't. But sometimes you see this stuff and you're like, Jesus, man, do you need to go back to basic or something?
So there are,
because they're not as disciplined as the.
Not all the time, because there are some Marines in my unit right now that are pretty squared away. But
Careful, we got a Marine mom right there, Miss Marie Van Hoy. What's going on, beautiful? That's the Valkyrie. I'm telling you, if Allie and her got together, that'd be like mother-daughter kind of, warrior maidens kind of deal right there. I'm telling you, that's awesome. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
but
Reservists are always morons. Go ahead.
Send her to my bar.
Yeah.
Ooh, Marie, when you're back visiting in town, Allie says step over to Marty's. She'll take care of you. She is the bartender there. They make phenomenal drinks, cocktails, the whole shebang-a-langa. She's got you.
Tuesday to Sunday, noon to 5.
No, Wednesday to Sunday.
Wednesday to
Wednesday to
Sunday.
Sunday.
Come on, get it.
Right.
You're acting like you're like a reservist, for God's sakes. Come on, get it right. Go ahead, continue.
What a nerd. Anyway, so the big thing with reserve versus active duty. Active guys, active and reserve, go through the same training. The difference
At the onset.
I mean, yes, they go through basic training, they go through their job school, and then they get to their unit. But the difference is, after Reserve Marines are done with all their training and they get the same qualifications as active duty guys, they go home. Now, that could be for several different reasons. There are a few different Marines in my unit that I know of that are police officers that join the reserves, just because they wanted to. I don't know. That being said, active duty guys do this every day.
Okay, I'm following. I'm following. What's going on, James? Saludos a mi hermano de Puerto Rico. Hello to my brother from Puerto Rico. Todo lo mejor para ti, man. All the best to you. James, did you get the stuff? ¿Recibiste lo que te mandé? Dime que sí o no. I sent him a little care package and stuff. I want to make sure that he got it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Again, guys, listen, and just to say, this is not negative. This is just for, little shits and giggles. But we've all seen over the past, week,
I'm
2
about
weeks,
to say some negative shit.
But they're still there.
Yeah, but what I mean, it's some of the pictures that have come out of the DC area. I mean, I saw a dude that had his sights literally upside down, and then there
on
was
the front of the gun. Yeah,
man, there was some big boys out there. It was like, stop going to Wendy's, 4 for $4 menu. Lord bless it,
So there is that aspect at the reserve side. There's a huge stigma that they're not good at their jobs because they only do it once a month. Sometimes, yes. However,
but you stay on top of your own deal, man.
Yes.
It's a
that
mindset.
being said, some of my Marines that are reservists outperformed active duty guys.
Now, is it again because they still have this desire, this drive to keep the Marine mentality, the well-prepared soldier mentality? What happens to some people? Is it just like a joke to them? Because it looks like it on the news.
Some people are in it just for the money.
Yeah, college money.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Well, I mean, you get paid while you're on your weekends and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
it's extra money to some of them.
Yeah.
Man, it bugged me because it's sort of the morale impact. I mean, I was looking at that and I said, man.
Oh, it gives them a bad image. Yes.
I mean, 20 plus years ago, I was there, and and I don't mean this in a weird way. I was Army. I was a combat engineer, but we laughed every time we heard that someone, like when I went to basic, if you heard that someone was a reservist or a National Guardsman, and we're gonna be going active, you're like laughing your ass off. They're like, oh, look at these guys.
We call them tampons.
It's like, and again, it wasn't because bad. It was like this competitiveness to it all. I was like,
well, there's a lot of ego.
Mike Carter says, "Yeah, take what you can get."
Yeah.
I think that's also the same thing they say in jail. You take what you can get. I'm just saying.
I guess.
But it depends on the service member. If they take it seriously, a lot of guys can probably outperform active duty guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you could take one of my average guys that are motivated.
Highly dedicated.
They'll outperform an average active duty Marine, because that active duty Marine has every day he's hearing his staff sergeant yell at him. Every day he's got, you got to go clean a head. Every day he's got to go do this or that, right? So they get disenchanted.
Exactly. So he's become already a little,
salty,
whatever. Yeah.
So they're like, I don't even care about this anymore. I don't even want to do this. Now, the more squared away Marines will say, all right, I get it. I'm, low man on the totem pole. I got to clean a head every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm still here to do, the same thing I signed up to do.
But the reservists, depending on what their regular job is, that could be why they, weigh 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
If they got a desk job as their normal job.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go back to this one, Mikey, and it's funny. Actually, I visited with Steve, who it gave us a soap. Apparently, he was thinking that it was stink or something like that. I mean, he gave them to me, and I was like, I'm gonna share with the guys. He goes, great, share with the guys. But he just did it so quickly. I was like, what? Do we stink that bad? I mean, I have no idea. Anyway, I go, Steve, you're not even there with us. But so long and short, I was talking to him about one particular, and I'm not gonna go deep into the, but this one dude tells me I was ready to be mobilized. I was ready to be mobilized and go full gear to DC and do what needs to be done. I'm like, look at this moron. I mean, it's like
he's one of those ones where we hold them back. You go help the guys.
It's like
he's way too ambitious to start shooting.
I said to Steve, I think that his CEO said, whatever you do, don't even give him a butter knife, man. Just make sure make sure he doesn't even get a butter knife.
We've got those
make
guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
We've got those guys in my unit, but we've also got guys where it's like break glass in case of war.
Speaking of highly dedicated, totally motivated right there, Adam Collins, Dos Pistolas. What's going on, Reverend? How are you doing, brother? Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys. But like literally, that was the story yesterday with Steve, and then the other day with my cousin. I said, I've met someone who it's like, I think that they would be like, just whatever you do, don't even give him a plastic sport. Not even a spork. No spork for this guy. It's like,
well, I mean, you can give him the K-bar plastic sport.
Oh, dude, it's insane. I'm like, there's a few people out there that are like, I think they went in because they wanted to just live this
fantasy life,
stormtrooper, something like that.
Be like Rambo or something.
Oh my God! Or
they shouldn't have joined the reserve.
No,
the Rambo-liciousness or something. I have no idea.
Now there's one Marine in my unit.
What's going on, Frank Lucas, my main man?
There's a Marine in my unit who knew a bunch of guys that went active duty, and they told them all the BS that you gotta clean the bathrooms, you gotta sweep the halls, and all this and that. So he's like, if I join the reserve, I can still be a Marine. I can do this job, but I only have to do the BS once a month.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is a genius, and he's also a paramedic. So
he's constantly moving and having to lift up the 300-pound reservist who had a heart
Lord
attack.
bless. And again,
he's a good kid.
Nothing wrong with that.
Kid, he's my age.
I briefly towards the end of my stint, I visited the Army Reserve Station that was south of Homestead Air Force Base, which was at the time. I mean, there was like nothing out there. This is like in the time when when you said Homestead Air Force Base, it was
all that was out there.
Nothing was farm. It was just stupid. And I visited there one time to get paperwork and stuff. Oh my God! It was like geriatric center, and it was like Weight Watchers going on.
That's where they sit the old people to retire.
Well, no, I mean, I think that even they had like yoga pant camel because nothing could fit them. I was like, wow, these guys are just living the Florida dream here. This is like where you go to retire if you're in the Army. Like, we're gonna live the life now.
So it is actually.
I love. It was actually next to the. It was next to one of those like a high, it's like a federal prison, but it's like what they call white collar prison. Back in the days, that's where Manuel Noriega was at. I said, man, between Manuel Noriega's Country Club prison and this joint where all these overweight dudes from Army reserves are at, as like they could actually infiltrate this way. I mean, we'd be screwed. If we get invaded, like it's like what do you call that movie with Chuck Norris back in the day?
You're forgetting something.
Oh, Red Dawn too? Oh, got it.
No. There's a Marine amphibious unit in Florida. Good luck.
But if they come through there, I don't know. I look back at
it's probably changed by now. But.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys, it's actually written in our contracts where you'll do.
Stay in shape.
Well, yes, actually, you'll do 4 years active, and then you'll have 2 years inactive. So you'll have to go to a reserve unit and be ready to deploy
at a moment's notice.
Right.
Which means you got to take responsibility to be at constant readiness.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, and again, listen, guys, just to reiterate, it's not a negative. We're just having a little laugh, a
No,
little
if
bit
you're
of fun.
fat, it's a negative.
You know.
Hey,
Thank you. Hey,
I'm fat.
Hey.
I'm fat.
There is a little love here. There's a little love here, and you know, but it's okay. But dude, I mean, it didn't look good on TV and on the news.
It's not a good look for any of it.
I mean, I was like, they were making fun of the guys who are supposedly there to sort of defend us. Imagine, like, North Koreans are like, look at those idiots. Oh, we're good now.
I saw a comment on a political story. It said, "America is a third world country wearing a Gucci belt."
It doesn't surprise me.
I mean, I can see that. Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine, and you know, he's an old Cuban. He said, "This is going to become a communism with food."
Mm-hmm.
I said, I could see that. I can understand. I understand where he's coming from.
Interesting thought.
You know, I understand where he's coming from. He goes, think about it. You know, in Cuba, you know, like Cuba, communism, everything's a struggle. You can't even find food. He goes, well, here it's going to be like, you know, it's going to be a damn communism, but you know, with food.
That's because good God-fearing Americans aren't going to get rid of their freaking lattes and Big Macs.
Hey, I make my own lattes. I struggle in the mornings and I make my own lattes. I know how to make a good latte.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go. So we're going to be all right. But it was just, again, it's one of the things that, and in my mind, I kept thinking, man, this is the image that now has circulated, you know, through social media and news the world over. My buddy, you know, Vladimir Putin, you know, he's like, look at them fat, you know, people over there. I bet you that you know, they don't even wear the proper. And then, of course, mismatched uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, gear that was like, where are you getting this? Are you going to the Army Navy surplus store? What is wrong with you?
That could have been part of it.
America's leftovers.
I believe
part
it, man.
Part of it is they screwed up calling them up. They didn't do it the correct way. They didn't plan properly.
I agree with that statement. I really, really do agree. Let's see if this isn't. There you go. Okay, it didn't.
It's gonna turn over.
Yeah, no, it's not. Stop it. No, it's not. You know what? Again, like I said, I always say, man, if you are defending this country, you put on a uniform and, you know, you take that.
Stay in shape.
You know, you take that flag as your standard to bear. You know, absolutely, man. God bless you, but man, sometimes, you know, that in my mind has not left since I saw those pictures. I was like, good Lord.
Now here's something funny.
Funny, haha, or funny, hee, like.
Funny, interesting.
Whoa.
So we do height and weight every so often, and they have a chart where if you're like
is it the
5'6".
standard? Is it the standard BMI chart
that
doctors use?
Yes,
okay.
but it's so.
But that throws you off. That throws you off. Right. Because, like, look, for example, let's say that you're how tall?
I'm 5'6".
Oh, you're 5'6". From 5'6",
he should be 150 pounds.
Yeah, at
I'm
most.
sitting at 150
at
pounds
most.
right now.
But let's say you go to the gym and now you are busting it and you put an extra 20, 30 pounds of muscle, then you're fat or you're overweight or whatever.
You're over your weight limit.
Right. So then you have to get taped. They measure your neck, your waist, and something else. I don't know.
I stopped having a neck ages ago. I'm like a turtle, man.
So that's the part that should be up to commander's discretion. If you are passing your physical fitness test, but you fail the weight portion because, you know, you're 5'6", 200-pound jacked, a commander should be able to look at you and say, here's his, you know, run time, here's his pull-ups, here's his push-ups. He's good.
Yeah,
he's acing everything.
But
you guys are saying he's fat because he's over a certain weight limit, but look at him. He's shredded.
I mean, he's a beast. Gary, what's going on? Edwin, thank you very much for watching. You know, on that point, interesting enough, years ago, I did the split training. I went from my junior year, I did basic, then I did senior. Sad to say, I repeated my senior year twice. Mm-hmm. It's okay, it happens. And then I did my AI. But during basic, I remember this was one dude, he could do like push-ups into like the hundreds, man. He was just like, rah. He was like a damn machine. Like one time, this idiot bled. You know, that's like, you know, how much, he was just he's like a machine. But he was like an animal. He's like Mike Matthews, big. I remember one time I said, drop. And he said, oh, no, I'm done doing push-ups. I said, drop. You know, the drill sergeant was screaming at him and stuff. And he literally walked up to like one of these older like Jeeps. It wasn't even a Humvee. It was just like an old Jeep. He grabbed the front fender and he just lifted. and he dropped it. And they said, "No, you're good. You're right. You're right. You don't need to do anymore. You're good. No, you're good. You passed PT for the next 2 years. You're good." I saw it stuff, and I was like, "Wow!" But this guy again is a freak of nature. He's like, and they, I guess they were just like harassing him because he never, like, you know, when they
Never got
drop
tired.
and push, they want to break you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were this guy was like an animal. I mean, he
Well,
probably
it
all
wasn't gonna matter.
all his young life, you know, high school, he was a football player from. Again, I don't remember too well, but you could tell this kid. That's all he ate for breakfast: steel.
Mhm.
And when he said, "I'm not doing it anymore," he goes, "I said I'm not doing it anymore." Bang! I was like, "Whoa, okay." Somebody give him a donut for God's sakes. You know, he wins.
He's having a low.
Yeah, exactly.
Low carb day.
You know, but it's hilarious, man. I go back to it. It's just imagery in social media right now in the news. Lord, it is.
Well, everybody's putting so much emphasis on imagery right now. It's not even funny.
Well, when you
My favorite one is the Bernie meme. I love that.
Well, that's been all. Did you see somebody got it tattooed on them?
nuh-uh.
Yep, they got tattooed on their ankle.
I
Of him
love it.
sitting in the chair with the mittens and shit. Yep.
I love I have got to do something fun and exciting for that with that one.
Next time I'm not able to be
Gabby
here.
Gaffey, how you doing, man? How are you? Listen, Gabby, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. I was telling everybody, Gabby, thank you for participating last Wednesday. We've just been having a fun time today talking about, the imagery of, what's been posted out there, the standards of, National Guardsmen and reservists, some of those weird pictures. So we've been having some good times, but I want to say thank you on behalf of the three of them. We had a good time with him last Wednesday. Before that, we had Oscar Rodriguez. Next Wednesday, we are doing Robert Wright of Pura Soul Cigars. Very excited to have him on, guys. So, but muchas gracias, Gaby. Thank you for watching. Gaby, te voy a mandar 2 contactos más esta noche. I got a couple of, great connects for Gaby. I'm sending him out tonight.
Sweet.
So super excited. I mean, I'm telling you, I love Gaby. He's, by the way, real quick, it's official. We're going to be at Smoke and Barrel.
Sweet.
They placed their order, so the order's been submitted. Very happy about that. You can actually find now Doña NOLI Cigars coming to Smoke and Barrel. Very happy about that.
Wow.
Hamptonville, up the road. I need to do like a little thing so I can post it for everybody because if I start telling addresses and how to get there, they're not gonna get
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, we'll end up on the moon.
They're not
trying
gonna get
find a
there.
way to-
So I think that for Saturday's show, I'm gonna have like the 4 locations
There you go.
that if you're in this general area, you can go there and have a good time and
Put the name of
smoke.
the place and the
Yeah,
address
absolutely.
and the phone number.
And if they have like a little website or whatever, I'll definitely I'll have the stuff because I think it's
And you can
better
put it up
than
on the
just
screen while
talk.
you're talking about it. Yeah.
To me, Hamptonville right now, all I know is north,
Mm.
Yeah, I don't-
and I'm good. So, but yeah, Gabby, thank you very much. Muchas gracias de nuevo. Dude, again, it wasn't a bad thing to just talk like that about the guys reserving and stuff like that. It's not. It's just
It was embarrassing.
we take pride about
Yeah.
the boys who wear the uniform in America. We do. And, we don't want anybody then doing sort of what we just did right now because that's not right.
Too late.
But
Yeah.
the screwed up thing is, while they had them all up there, they started trying to vet them and got rid of 12 of them.
Nah.
Oh, God
Why
almighty.
didn't they do the vetting ahead of time?
Lord bless it. I'll tell you what, Tony
So
Gomez,
that's
how you
what-
doing,
that's
brother?
what I mean when I say it was a screwed up situation.
I
Because they're
agree. I
political
agree.
pawns.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Well, real quick, guys, back to this. It's just a little circle here. We're smoking, if you guys have been wondering, the Doña NOLI Premium House Blend cigars.
House
It is-
bled?
Yeah, bled. I'm bleeding here. And it's the natural, so we decided to smoke the Robusto. Very easy to get, very fun. Stephen Fox, listen, you're finally on. Stephen, I was actually talking to right now about what you and I were talking last night, and we were laughing about some of the guys that are like, "Yeah, man, I'm ready, and I'm ready to be mobilized to defend America." They got like
Sit down, Terminator.
they got like 90 pounds of gear that they bought at the Army Navy and stuff like that, and you're like, "Don't give this guy the plastic fork."
No.
It's like, Jesus, I love that stuff. And Stephen, decorated man, he served, of course,
Mhm.
overseas.
Combat
So,
veteran.
yep, military police, Marine, and Army. So, good guy. He says he's been watching.
Mhm.
You ain't right, man. You are not right.
No.
But like I said, it's just. I always say this, man. Right now we living in a world of what do you call that? Instant information or instant
Everybody's looking
gratification.
for instant gratification. That
You
doesn't
know.
mean hit.
I always say, man, you gotta be careful. Sort of like what image you're gonna put out there because.
Uh-oh.
I mean, look at Bernie.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Bernie. Bernie's now
He took off,
he is now world famous.
and he's gonna be tattooed on somebody's ass.
At some point, what is that? That's Bernie Sanders with mittens on my ass.
Yep.
Literally, he's right there on my
Mhm.
ass. Would you ever do a Bernie Sanders tattoo?
No.
No, okay, just don't do it.
I mean, you could win some bar bets on that one.
You
Bet you
could.
I bet you I got Bernie on my ass.
There you go. And drinks would flow.
Yes,
Drinks would flow. Lord bless it.
because you've heard
We'll
that
see.
one.
Yeah,
You've heard
got a few.
that one where people bet I bet you I got your name on my ass, and it says your name tattooed on their ass, and they win bar bets with it.
There you go. I don't have that on my patukas. I
No.
really don't. I only got one tattoo, Mike. You got two.
Mm-hmm.
You got several. Allie's got several too. Okay, several too. Nothing wrong with that. Several. Nothing wrong with that. I only got the one. Okay? Let me ask you. What's your most inspired tattoo, and maybe why? I mean, was something that just okay, I want to do this because it means this. I mean, or do they all equally?
They all mean something.
I mean, because why else would you put it on your body unless it means something?
Listen,
Yeah.
if you've met my brother's bass player tattoo,
The guy who's got it all over his face and shit too.
He's head to toe, huh?
yeah.
He's
Anyway,
got everything. He's got everything but Doritos tattooed on him.
He might.
he's just got like random lines across his nose and like what? Anyway, I have my family crest on my left shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's awesome.
I have El Camino down this arm,
I love
back of
that
his
one.
arm.
That's pretty cool.
and the reason why I got the El Camino tattoo is because that was the car that me and my father built together when I was in high school. Drove to high school, and
And you're still working on it. You still got it.
yeah,
That's
we
nice.
actually
just
we
got
just
it
that
got it
paint
back
job
to paint. Yeah.
looked really, really nice. Yeah.
And then when I met my good friend Nagi, who we served together, we actually
What's
swore
his
in
name?
together.
Joyous Nagi, whatever the hell. What is it? Lashos?
Leos.
Leos.
He's Hungarian.
I love
He's-
saying his name.
he's
It's like
Hungarian.
Leos.
So he'd always called me El Camino because that was the car. that I
And he's
drove.
like, you're an idiot, Duncan.
Mhm.
And he's looking at me like, you're an idiot. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, you, Nagi, special moments together, whatever the hell it was
Yeah.
we were talking about.
Yeah,
Who
the
knows? Who cares?
ASMR stuff that you're doing right now is not good.
ASM's what?
Don't worry about it.
S&M what? What'd you say, Mikey? That's him, not me.
Keep going.
We'll talk about it over.
Yeah,
after
well,
the show.
later. Keep the gun, Alibaba. Keep the gun.
I don't have one. I
Quit.
don't know what
She
you're
doesn't.
talking
Like, Quincy Simpson, how you doing? Leos. Love that name. Nagi, I love your name, man. It's awesome. I need a name like
You're an
that.
idiot.
Duncan Leos. I could swing that. I think.
Leos is his first name.
Okay, well, what do you? Okay, Leos Duncan. Is that better? Let me see. Ali. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Anyways, I'm just messing. You guys don't pay me no mind, people. I've been smoking stuff today that I shouldn't have. Tobacco. Let's get to
The
tobacco.
devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. By the way, that's lettuce. That's how you say it in French. Lettuce.
Judges?
It's not like that. It's not.
No.
It's not like that. Anyways, listen. Cool story with the El Camino. I loved it. I know you got your two. We're not even gonna get into it.
No.
We're not.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, real quick. I only got the one. Just the one. I have a little. It's a cross. It's the Celtic cross here. And I was telling you, it's a very short story. One day I was on my way to this place where they do like caps and t-shirts, promo stuff. And literally, I don't know, you ever like you drive. I was driving, and I heard like literally somebody like sitting next to me, just like right there, say, "Honor me," and it was like this clear voice in my head. And my idea was originally to do like one of those like full sleeves with kind of with like the koi and the dragon and all the other garbage people put. And I said, you know what? Honor me, man. That's awesome. And so I said, you know what? A cross. I'm a Catholic. I'm Christian as well. So I said, you know what? A reminder of my faith and my belief that I will always have with me. And
There you go.
and it did stick. I love that. And I said, that's what I'm gonna do. Beyond that, I never thought about doing any more. In the future, I would say, maybe my mom, because right now, currently, I'm really at my age, I'm still a mama's boy. I don't want to do another one because would it would not be kosher, but I always say if I would, it'd be like my mom and my dad, something
What did your
about
mom
them.
say about the tattoo when you got it? Was she upset or?
She's not a fan. She's never been a fan of tattoos. Never.
Moms usually aren't.
Never been a fan of tattoos. She's very old school Catholic. Back like literally grew up in a nunnery. So, but she said, you're my son. It is what it is. But professionally speaking, also, a lot of times when I visit clients, I am always wearing long sleeves or a nice jacket.
That's why I've got all mine where they're covered up.
And that's smart too. I mean, I dig that.
Well, I had to do it because the Marine Corps tattoo policy changes all the time. So when I got all of mine, we weren't allowed to have any ink showing below like the t-shirt line or above the.
Where's your Leo Schnaggy tattoo? Oh, okay, just checking.
You're back on that again?
I love it, Leo. I love it.
It'd be cool if he'd watch the show, but he doesn't.
Yeah, what the heck is up with you? You know what? I don't like your name no more.
Who are you talking to?
Get a real.
You know he's not listening.
I don't know. Get a real American name then. There you go. See, now I'm upset now. What you say it? See, now I'm upset. Now I don't even want to say his name no more. Now I don't even want to say.
Bipolar?
Yeah, I just went sideways now. I'm like, I'm done with that. Leo. I love it.
I thought you were done.
Anyway, and I had to throw one more in there.
That weird smile he does when he does it is weird.
I know, like that's what's getting me is the smile.
Leo. Anyways,
like he's some like toothless elf or something.
Leo. Anyways, listen, guys.
Freak everybody out.
It's been an interesting show.
To say the least.
To say the least, as always, we talk a little bit about everything. Nothing wrong with it. I do want to say, stay tuned next Wednesday. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a good show.
Robert Wright, Pura Soul Cigars. I believe again. I've never dealt directly on an interview with a very regional cigar. He's got a solid following.
Almost exclusive.
Yeah, it's almost like saying, only, and again, I gotta look. I know he's from the north. Let's see. Imagine this can only be bought in New York City.
Are you sure where he's from?
No bloody idea, but I will find out. I just know the guy's name is Robert Wright. I read his little bio.
Well, your homework is to figure out where he's from, and so we can sound intelligent.
Get some notes and ask questions.
Larry King didn't do any research before his interviews with people.
There you go. Thank you. See, how well has he done? Right, pretty doggone good.
Too good. He's dead now. But...
Well, I mean,
what happened?
He died.
Yeah, he died a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and Seinfeld just kind of had fun with him.
My condolences. With a dead body,
or not that kind of way.
I was like, we have fun with a dead body. That's kind of like morbid.
No, but Larry King, he said that he didn't do any research about his guest because he wanted to ask the everyman question, like if he'd never heard of this person.
I guess
that's an interesting way to do it.
I think that's an awesome thing. Anyways, to kind of let it go, Mikey. Anything you want to throw at anybody right now? Middle of the week. Words of wisdom, anything? Don't look like an idiot when you get your pictures taken.
Don't take selfies if you're doing a crime.
Yeah, don't do.
That's not a crime.
No crime selfies.
No, don't take any selfies while you're doing the crime.
Oh yeah, that's solid advice.
Don't. It's good. I would follow.
How else are you gonna remember it? And how else are you gonna put it on social media?
What are you waiting for it to come up a year later in your Facebook memories?
Don't post it on Facebook because then they'll track you like that. Sir, anything you wanna drop at people? Anything you wanna leave them with a pearl of wisdom?
Not really. I'm
okay. Well, then
currently exploring some designs for paint on my motorcycle gas tank. For my chopper, I got to finish that. Actually,
how's the fight thing? Is it on standby right now? Nothing. Okay, we're gonna wait for the next one.
Yeah. We'll
wait for the next one. Allie, anything you want to leave the people with? God bless you.
Hi, bye. Great to see you again.
Better words could not have been said. I'm gonna leave you with this one. For God's sakes, remember this is just entertainment purposes. We make fun of everybody, and if you are a National Guardsman or a reservist, thank you very much for your service. I mean, honestly,
stay in shape, or I want to find you.
What he said. Just again, guys. Right now, I think everybody's looking for ways to make fun of us as Americans. And let's not give anybody the excuse for that. Absolutely, don't give them that. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this always. Saturday, we got the wrap up coming up as well. I'm actually working on a little video with the soaps. I want to show people, how they work when you're, doing the beard and the benefits of that as well. I don't know how that's
Is
going to
this for
do.
your OnlyFans, or is this going to be,
There might be some slight shower semi-nudity. There might be some male boobage. I don't know. Maybe. And Allie, I think she just had to throw up in her throat. She's like, "Oh God."
I think
God.
Seamus definitely did.
So just
Don't
that.
worry, I subscribed already. It's fine.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm gonna leave you guys with this
No,
one.
I'm a fan.
Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Doggone it, where it is. I want to show you guys for the ladies a couple of really beautiful
yeah.
designs. Let me see if I can do this at the same time. I don't know if I can. Of course
The
not.
pantaloons.
Yeah. So for the ladies, this actually right now is a fun t-shirt design that comes in about 4 or 5 different colors, which is kind of very, very cool. If you guys are looking for a nice multi-purpose holiday shirt, I'm trying to figure. There we go. Get rid of that. So it is going to be good for Valentine's Day. It's also good because it comes in a beautiful green for St. Patty's Day. So that's a good one. And before I leave, of course, I'm also going to put the actual logo, the link to where you can find these for the ladies. We got these. What do you call them again? Leggings, not pantaloons.
Pantaloons.
Okay, pantaloons. We got these beautiful pantaloons. They say, "Love a good cigar with beautiful little, heart-shaped eyes and pretty lips, smoking a cigar." So I think it's a really, really cool one. I love it. I don't have the legs for it, much less the ass for it. I'm as flat as a damn pancakes.
Stairmaster.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the Stairmaster just to get an ass at my age. I think I'm good. Real quick, I'm gonna put here the link so you guys can go to it and
Go buy our stuff.
Spring right there. Real quick for you. He's like, go buy our stuff. Apparently, he's gonna chase you down if you don't and harass you till the end of days. Lord bless
as
his
long
kid.
as long as you can run 5 miles, you'll be safe.
Here you go, guys. There's the link right there. So visit it, enjoy it. Definitely if you're looking for something that
significant other.
yeah, for the girls, and if you're a guy and you want to have a nice kind of cool little thing for your girlfriend, wife, sister, anybody that's what do you call a sister of the leaf. There you go. There's the link right there for you guys.
Or if you think you have the legs to pull off the pantaloons.
Listen, if you're a guy and you got the legs for those type of leggings,
I mean, you will be made fun of.
God bless you.
I've got mine ordered. What are you talking about?
God bless you. I mean, they also come in multiple colors. You can pick and choose. You're Irish. You can do the whole green
I'm
thing.
gonna wear the green leggings and the green shirt, and I'm gonna get them as tight fitting as possible.
Medium
Medium and stretch
Extra
pants.
small. Told you.
That was me.
All
And on
right,
that happy note,
it's time to get the hell out of
on
here.
that happy note, thank you, everybody. God bless you all. Listen, smoke well, because
We
we
do.
do. Take it easy, everybody.